What's up, everybody? Thanks a lot for joining us for Week 15. Birds of a feather flock together. This your boy Superb. We got my boy Cash and Jay in the building. What's going on, fellas?
What's up, everybody? Cash in the building, yes, sir.
Man, we appreciate y'all, man. We didn't had a couple of weeks off. You know what I mean? This flu going around, man, and then knocked us in the dirt. You know what I mean? But we back on it. Our boys, still handling business at 13-1. Is there anything y'all want to jump into before we get started? Since we missed a week or so.
Nothing in particular. Probably just we didn't get the opportunity to really reflect on that Giants game.
Yeah, that was a blowout anyway. It would have
Jay,
been
you
a
muted,
breeze
bro.
through it. Jay, you muted. Yeah, that would have been a blowout breeze through highlight week anyway. Yeah, I think you still it's something wrong with your sound, Jay. Might want to hop out and hop back in. But yeah, that Giants game was a rout, you know what I mean? And then we had a very, very close game this week, which defense stepped up again for us, you know what I mean? Justin Fields was out there putting it down on his own, you know what I mean? Or should I say held it down on his own and had it scary going into the fourth quarter. But of course, defense prevails. Hassan, just for a second, want to give Hassan Reddick appreciation on this podcast right here. Dude is beasting right now, and it's elevating
Absolutely,
everybody around him.
absolutely. He had a hell of a game against Chicago. Absolutely, I definitely agree.
Yeah, and they said that this is the first player ever to have 10 sacks in 3 seasons with 3 different teams. You
That's
know what I
better.
mean? It's like real crazy. You know what I mean? And he got like 12. He ended up having 12 by the end of the game. Sunday. You know what I mean? And coming in, you know what I mean? The first, you know what I mean? Want to jump into the Jalen Hurts, you know what I mean, being a 50-50 to play this week. You know what I mean? What is your personal opinion? I'll give my thoughts after you guys give yours, but we'll let Jay go first to make sure that his mic and everything is working. What do you think the percentage is that Jalen Hurts played this week?
Honestly, after hearing the news first broke yesterday, I would say like a 50-50. If to me it bumped up a little bit more this morning when I heard his press conference. I feel like he may play if he could go. If I'm the Eagles, I'm sitting him. This game means more to the Cowboys than to them than to us. I know it's the rivalry and it sounds crazy, but I mean, we are really in the driver's seat. We need to win one of these last three. Do we want to take a risk on Jalen getting injured and knowing how the Cowboys are going to aggressively go after him? I don't know if we would want to do that, but I'm very confident to go into the game with Gardner Minshew, regardless of the Micah Parsons comments and all what he said about the system and the team. Because letting him play Minshew play is going to probably prove his theory that the team is really that good. But it's just what it is. That's what the team is.
Big facts.
Yes, absolutely. I definitely agree about that. Yeah, I mean, listen, it'll be dope to watch Jalen play against the Cowgirls. Um, However, I do agree with just preserving him for the playoffs. But this is a division game, man. If he could play, I would prefer him play this one and sit out the other two. You know,
If
that's
he
what I
could play,
really.
if he could go.
If he could go, like we honestly ain't nobody, none of us actually sat with any of his doctors to see how he is and stuff like that. I believe he ain't practice. What today? He ain't practice today.
No.
No, he didn't practice today.
See, so to be honest, I'd rather try to keep him healthy. If he is able to play, though, I want him to go out there and play. And I know he want to play too. And listen. I don't know. It's just the pride in me, the fan in me, man. I just want to stuff these people's mouths who be talking so much trash about us the whole season, bro. Like so what if we got an elite squad and if you could put another quarterback back there, we'll still win. That doesn't make us any less elite. But I want everybody to respect Jalen Hurts for what he done this season, his growth from last year, and and like you said, that comment from Micah Parsons, man, he was trying to regret that after he said it anyway. But I ain't even really worried about too much about that, man. But I want to see him play if he could.
Yeah, my personal opinion, I'm like I ain't gonna say 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure that he plays this week.
Yeah, it looks like.
I don't see why he wouldn't unless it's a serious injury. And like you said with the press conference, he downplayed the injury completely. You know what I mean? Like
Completely.
he basically said that I've been hurt worse than this and it ain't been publicized in you guys face and I didn't recover from it. You know what I mean? So basically I feel he gonna play, lock up the number 1 seed, because if he does play, look at it. He got 3 weeks to recover.
Mm-hmm.
He got
He do.
he got the last 2 games of the season, and then we got a first round bye. You know what I mean? And then the following week to prepare for the game. You get what I'm saying? It's
Mm-hmm.
just like, you know what I mean? It's a whole lot of weeks that he has, and I just don't see him not playing. Because if he doesn't play this week and plays, and then he doesn't play for 4 more weeks. You know what I mean? What's good, Warren? You know what I mean? So it's just like I don't understand the reason why he wouldn't play this week, at least until halftime or something, where we up big or something and keep it pushing.
One more thing I want to add to I'm not like, I know he's up for the MVP and everything. He's the favorite. Not playing in the game obviously is gonna take away from probably bump him out the race or bump him down in the race. I'm not really concerned too much with the whole MVP thing, but I just don't want him to lose his groove at all. Like you said, if he's ready to go, if because you're right, he needs one more game to lock it up. This could be, if he could do this game and then rest for 3 weeks. I didn't think of that theory. On the back end of the season is a very good idea and a good theory. So that I could see that working too. But like I said, this team is fully loaded. I'm getting the same vibe I felt in 2017 with when we have an injury, somebody else steps up. I just don't know what's gonna stop them. I don't know what could stop them or who could stop them. Right now, the injury is definitely gonna slow us down and got us thinking. But if y'all remember when Gardner played, we got busy last time. So I'm okay with him as a backup. He's probably one of the top backups in the whole NFL. So I'm not really too worried. He's better than Cooper Rush.
Excuse me. And with my thing is if he's healthy enough to play. You know what I mean? And it's just too many weeks in advance for Jalen to sit with the rhythm, everything like that. You know what I mean? I just don't see it being a point of emphasis where he doesn't play. When this is the point I want to make also. If he plays this week, we win. He locks up the number 1 seed, first round bye. That adds to the MVP.
That adds,
you know what I mean?
MVP,
and then it's a reason why he's set. You understand what I'm saying? Yes. And now he's set, and then now they can't punish him for that. Now you got to reward this man for being able to get a first round bye. His team 14-1 when he sat down. Minshew, whatever, Minshaw mania, whatever happens after that happens. You know what I mean? But I feel he should come in secure, regardless if he's doing it he's not doing it for the MVP. He's doing it to lock up that number 1 seed so he can rest. So he can rest.
Come with it.
Yes, you understand? You know what I mean? And for him not to play is just something else to downplay him, and then he has to be humble. I'm tired of our quarterback having to be humble.
Me
know
too,
what I
me
mean?
too.
Like seriously, you know what I mean? Like keep that shit 100. You know what I mean? I feel my guy needs to go out there and ball, because I'm once again that I am not going to sit here and not admit it. I was not a firm believer in the guy until this year. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. I was wondering. You know how we was always said we're a quarterback away from winning. We're a quarterback away from winning it. And we have 2 first-round draft picks this year, XYZ. How can you guys punish us for a quarterback exceeding everybody's expectation and a GM over there not sitting on his hands? You get what I'm saying? So how are you guys talking about, oh, he's a system quarterback? Y'all wish y'all had a system that was good like this. If that's the case, then why are y'all knocking the 49ers? I mean, not knocking the 49ers and talking about, oh, best defense in the league, Purdy, whatever his name is, coming in and doing that. That looks like a system quarterback.
Jalen, that's a system and a quarterback. And the same thing with them. When Dallas' guy went out, they won a couple games. Is it the system or is it that? You understand what I'm trying to say?
Right.
He could put the theory on himself, because that happened to them. They lost their guy for 5 games and they went 4-1. And they weren't screaming a system guy or whatever at that point. Come on, man. Jalen is not a system guy. I believe you put Gardner in, we still would have a formidable offense because he could throw the ball, but we're gonna definitely lose the dynamic. Are you kidding me? If that Jalen Hurts is definitely the reason why we're 13.
Absolutely.
And then to get to this question right here, Philly doing it this year. My Steelers is hurting. Who is the biggest threat to Philly running through the NFC?
49ers.
The 49ers, and the reason why I say also that is because we're going through Lincoln Financial. You know what I mean? And you can come in with a defense and ball out in no matter where you're at, but your offense may not be able to play good. And you're going against two of the best, if not 1 and 2 or 1 and 1A with the defenses of the of this year. You know what I mean? We got better defensive backs in all the way through, but they got a dominant defense where with their linebackers backing up in coverage, getting interceptions, everything like that. You know what I mean? So I would say it's 1 and 1A, and you get into the playoffs, our offense is going to over dominate that game. So that's why the biggest threat to the Eagles in the NFC is the Eagles, in my personal opinion.
I like
that. Remember a couple episodes I said, well, who's gonna beat us is ourselves. Like that's who could beat us. Like the Washington game, people don't understand. I'm in an NFC group or trash talk group on Facebook, so every day that's my hobby, going in there and just repping and talking shit every day. Yo, they talk. Everybody keeps saying y'all lost to Washington. We lost to ourselves. You don't understand. We won that game 3 times over in my head. Like we fumbled for missed space, man. There was so much ways they could have won that game, man. He was at the red zone 3 times. Come on, man. We beat ourselves, and I'm still gonna stick to my guns when I'm saying I'm glad we lost that game. Because could you imagine we'll be undefeated right now, and he gets hurt, and then we're going into this game and it's like they're still undefeated. Like we just want to win the Super Bowl, man. We don't really care about undefeated. Number 1 seed, and then that's what I'm telling you. People keep hyping it up like, yo, y'all doing this. I'm like, yo, first let's get the number 1 seed. I don't want to talk about a Super Bowl, all this. Let me get that first. Then I can start looking forward.
And add one more thing to what we was just mentioning. You're 3 games left in the season, and all you got to do is win 1 to lock up the NFC, not the NFC East, the NFC to get a first round bye, bro. Like that's crazy,
that's
bro.
A blessing. That's a blessing.
And you still hating on this man. You know what I mean? This guys is out here balling, bro. In my personal opinion, if Jalen don't play, I feel the defense is going to take it up on them, and this is going to be one of the first weeks we have a defensive touchdown this week. You know what I mean? Because they're going to take it personal, especially with what Micah Parsons is saying. And then he's actually kind of slithering his way out of playing in this game. If y'all noticing, this is the 3rd straight day he missed practice with an illness, and they're saying it's going through Dallas with a few players and everything like that. He trying to slither his way out of this game because there's no significance to him. You know what I mean? And it's going to be a lot of pressure on for him to do a bunch of nothing in a game that doesn't mean nothing to either side.
Lane and Mailata are about to not let him wreck anything, man.
And that's why I say that Jalen gonna play because of that. What you just said right there with the O-line, they gonna take it 10 times personally. If Jalen plays, they taking it as if it's their fault, even though he ran out of the pocket that he got jumped on. They should have kept their block contained with the defensive lineman. If it would have been a DB or somebody like that did it, the O-line would have felt better. With them having a defensive tackle doing that right there, they taking it as personal this week.
Right.
Definitely.
Yeah, so let's go ahead and hop into these the NFC East. If you want to get into that, Cash.
Yes, sir. So I mean, in our division in the NFC East, we up 3 games on the only team who's in 2nd place in our division. So we still got the opportunity to clinch the home field advantage. That's the goal. That's going to be the goal this week. Clinch home field advantage. Clinch the division overall. Even with a win or the Cowboys take a loss, we're gonna clinch that division. Other than that, we ain't really nothing to say. We number 1.
Hey, honestly though, with with the NFC East, this is the first time in a long time that there's still a possibility all 4 teams can make the playoffs right
That's
now.
what I was
Yeah.
You
gonna
know what I mean?
say as well. It's still a
And the
possibility.
playoff and the Cowgirls actually, you know what I mean, and they're in the playoffs, but they lost to the Jags with a pick six from Dookie Dak, and then by the Giants beating the Commanders, they automatically got into the playoffs
Oh
with a
yeah.
loss. You know what I mean?
Yes,
So
sir.
so
Yes,
they
sir.
bragging on somebody else's, you know what I mean, fortunes, you know what I mean, why they got into the playoffs, like, you know
Right.
what I mean. So once again, this game in Texas on Christmas Eve really don't matter to us, but I feel our defense is going to take a big statement and knock stuff down. But we can go ahead and get into the NFC standings right here. Jay, want to hop into it?
Yeah, let's
With,
do it. Man, that crazy comeback game versus the Colts, man. That's the first thing
that
I'm going to
pissed
get
me
into.
off.
That was that little extra cushion we needed for the number 1 seed, but but because I was driving to work, I remember like, yo, this game is locked up, it's over, man.
Right.
They got that's their 4th L. That's a good cushion. And then little by little, I started seeing that they was coming back, and But as
Don't
far as the
speak on
NFC,
that, Jess. Don't speak on that, Jesse.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. Please don't. Please don't.
oh nah, please, you see, that has went through all of our heads already. Like,
Right. Definitely don't want
With a
that.
running quarterback, that got to go through your head. Like, look at Lamar, where he at right now and everything. So that's why I feel that they really, really need to limit the RPOs, or should I say the runs out of the RPO. You know what I mean, and make them quick hit passes or throw them away. But go ahead, Jay.
Wait, we'll get back into that comment later. I have a comment for that, but we'll get back into this. 49ers is definitely the biggest threat. You see they're 6-1 at home, but look at their away record, 4-3. If they gotta walk into the link when it's very cold,
Say
January
less.
night, it's not gonna be pretty. It's not gonna be fun. It's not gonna be easy. It's not gonna be easy. Nick Bosa thinks that he's gonna run around like he runs around the other teams. It's not a carousel in Philadelphia. It's gonna be different. It's gonna be. I'm telling you, man. I've been to a playoff game in Philly. It's not. It's just. Let me tell you, that's the place the teams don't want to go. They don't want to go there. And the Vikings got overwhelmed very easily in that NFC Championship, and I'll never forget it. I wasn't at that game, obviously, but I seen it on TV. But I just remember they scored first. I watched that game like 2 days ago, just actually speaking on it. And then the momentum took over, and
Patrick Robinson with that interception.
Pick six. That's it. After that pick six, everything went down the hill. Everybody was making
anything that could have happened.
Everything that could have went away. And that's how I feel about this team, because we get into those games where everything goes our way. And we've had so much games like that this year. But then we've also had games where things are not going our way. So this team is a little bit more battle tested, I feel like, than the 2017 team as far as like domination, because we was going through games. We was running through people. But this season we had to come back a couple times.
DBs couldn't hold nobody, bro. They was getting ate up with
defense. Their defense wasn't this defense for sure.
We had Mills and Rasul Douglas as our cornerbacks, bro.
I mean, yeah, come on. And then Patrick Robinson had a career year. Then what happened? He left, and it never was the same. Like, that team and Ronald Darby, we had at best average corners and average secondary at the minimum. But now you see what we got and what we're doing. But I still think, the Vikings, I don't really see them as a threat in the NFC. Obviously, they're there. They got one of the worst point differentials for an 11-win team in history. So,
boy.
Then the NFC South, it should be illegal to make the playoffs with that record, but it's gonna happen.
But that's the old NFC East, though.
That's the old
NFC. Right.
That is. I'm not gonna lie to you. It should be illegal though, because it's crazy. Like, it's really that bad. But you know what? Brady's another one. January comes, you don't know if he has another switch he dials up. That's how I feel about him. I just pray that they draw Dallas first.
They have to. They have to draw Dallas no matter what.
That's what I'm looking
at. No matter how it falls right now, because they're the number 4 seed. Dallas goes in at 5. So 4 and 5 play each other, and we play the winner of that. Or should I say the winner of the lowest seed left, we play them.
And then we would play the winner of their game. So that would be amazing. So you know what?
That would be the January 22nd.
And then imagine Brady's last game in the link. Oh, man. That would be a dream. But let's not get too ahead of ourselves. As far as the NFC, he may come in, but they don't have a strong team. The Buccaneers are not a team overall top roster. Looking at them, they're not. I mean, they've only scored 247 points. Wow, that's crazy. Wow.
Man, that's
That's
crazy.
got to be one of the least scored points for all the teams in the NFL. Has to be.
Especially leading the division.
Yeah, and then leading the division. Very suspicious team. Gave up a big lead too the other day to the Bengals. 17-point lead too.
Man. Go ahead
Looking
and
good though. We're looking good. That undefeated on the road is definitely. I mean, we're battle tested, but we don't need that part of our game because we're not planning on going on the road unless it's a Super Bowl.
big facts. And that's here, and we're gonna make it a home game in here in
We're gonna
Arizona.
make it home, exactly.
You know, and then we get into these stats right here. It's a few stats right here that really stands out to me is the first two categories, should I say, total yards, passing yards. You know what I mean? And with 421 and 300 of that is passing yards, and they're saying Jalen Hurts' shoulder was bad. He threw for 256 yards after the injury, my brother. So that's where I just don't understand where they're saying that he's not playing this week. It would be mind-boggling to me if they didn't play him with all that's on the line, where we can rest him for almost a damn month, you know what I mean, and stay in the rhythm and all that stuff, and still take reps with number ones and everything at practice, but let Minshew take the majority of the reps for the last two games, and then we got a bye. So it's feeling like 2017 all over again. But then you see the 112 with rushing yards and 157. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Justin Fields had 90 something yards of that 157 right there, and it was pretty much on one play that he got majority of his chunk of rushing yards with the missed tackle from Hassan Reddick. And if anybody was going to take a missed tackle, I was okay with Hassan Reddick, missing that tackle right there. He balled the hell out, you know what I mean? And they averaged we averaged 5.9 yards per play. They averaged 4.3. That's a lot for our defense with nobody. You couldn't name nobody but Fields or Montgomery on that offense, bro, with Claypool being out and everything. And they averaging 4.3 yards per play. That just didn't really set good with 15 first downs. You know what I mean? And it's just that soft defense that we play, and then we don't play. Really don't rush the quarterback until we're like a tight game and we're trying to seal the victory. We need to, you know what I mean, put our foot on these folks' necks, and they won't be disrespecting our defense at all.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
91 pass yard. That's crazy, though.
Crazy.
This got to be one of the best Eagles pass defenses in history. I'm going to definitely do my due diligence on that, because their pass defense is the best that I've seen in years. And when I say years, I mean years. They have not had this type of coverage. I mean, we
ever.
I don't even remember when. Like, I'm trying to think, like, because when we had Asante, it
was none of that.
It was none of that. It wasn't like we had one side. Like, we have two lockdown corners. We have a guy that travels. We got good. Avonte Maddox was missed. Did you see that hit he put on that fumble? I mean, he was missed, man.
And then we got safeties. Epps is coming up smacking like he was Steve Atwater or something. And then just imagine we get CJ back, and we get Blankenship back this week, and Goddard. That's what I forgot to mention at the top of the show. We got Dallas Goddard back this week, and Reed Blankenship coming back, and he's been coming up laying helmet. And this is a statement game, is what I'm telling y'all. And that's why I say Jalen gonna be playing this week, and we're gonna get into the sacks allowed. 6 sacks, and we allowed 1. Yeah. And that one that we allowed, Jalen's supposed to throw that ball away. If we ain't supposed to have that on our stat, you know what I mean? Like them little plays like that, the MVP race and all that, they look at it. Oh, his offensive line kept him clean. He did this to keep that stat off from his offensive line. That's MVP stuff. You get what I'm saying? Right. Real talk. But then at the end of the day,
is a little worrying too. I was a little upset at those interceptions because those were forced throws.
But at the same time, you got to take in consideration that heavy wind and it being cold and it's knocking the ball down. You get what I'm saying? It's knocking the ball down, and you see how he adjusted to it, and you didn't see nowhere near an interception after that. You get in here trusting your arm, and you throw it up, and that wind take it away from you. You get what I'm saying?
Completely disregarded that. And you know what? That last pass with the bad supposed shoulder to AJ, that the 60, I think was 68 yarder, 67 yarder that hit me.
That was a dime right here.
That was I was telling you, I was like, yo, AJ literally got it. Like, he just put If you look at he literally just opened his hands and then closed them again like a door. Like
That's
the ball
second
just.
time I saw him do that.
I mean, bro, the connection that him and Hurts is developing week by week should be scaring everybody.
Especially the quick slants across the middle, man. If y'all ever
saw
look,
that.
they'd be like right here,
Right
and he
here,
just
yeah.
keep it pushing, bro, like they
That's
do
it.
Guess what?
dimes.
He's the number one receiver off slants this season. He's getting the most yards off slants this season, and that's why the Giants was explosive with Odell Beckham, because he'll take a slant to the house. He'll make a slant a 40-yard play, which should
Keep
be
it pushing.
a 10-yard play. But you know what? We're talking about AJ, but we can't even forget about that boy Smitty. That boy
He had a
Smitty,
He
game.
saved us in the first half.
bro, that boy Smitty is different too. It's like I like them because they're two completely different receivers, and they're just
Right.
both completely. I mean, it's like we have 1 and 1A.
Big facts. Who you pick your poison?
Exactly. And Goddard coming back, man. Goddard is a big target. Goddard opens up. I can't wait. I missed them Goddard screens. That's a part of our game that has been gone. We haven't.
Boy,
even
it's about to go down.
Well, we haven't been throwing that many screens because Goddard's not there. He's our screen runner. Let's
We're
get
gonna
it.
go ahead and get into these highlights. We're gonna make it quick till we don't get no strikes on
Yeah,
YouTube.
yeah. You already know that.
Yeah.
Moving. And we got the blackout too, so I'm happy about that blackout.
Stay less. I'm
Right,
glad
right.
you mentioned that with the
Yeah.
blackout.
In Dallas, boy. Intimidate them boys.
We're gonna breeze through it real quick.
Yeah, how y'all feel about them talking about trying to solidify Odell?
Who, the Dallas Cowboys?
Yeah.
Man, Jerry Jones keep
Well, they
talking.
could-
If he was gonna do it, he should have been did it.
They could do whatever the fuck they want. They could at this point they could grab him up. They could get
Man.
whoever. They grabbed Ty off the couch. They thought they got caught Jerry Rice. I mean, you gotta let them people really live in their own delusions.
There go that boy Smitty,
There you go.
Yeah.
the Slim Reaper.
Smitty's another one. He's like his speed is like breakaway speed. Like you're running with him, but he's running away from you. AJ don't catch the ball and go. AJ catch the ball, starts spinning, moving, never goes down. Easy. See, look, spinning, everything going crazy.
This the play
That
right here.
was, yeah. That was it. He stepped out of bounds. I was like, okay, Justin.
You know, they say like they could put him like he could be like a Hurts, but he definitely will have to develop his arm because I mean his arm. I mean Justin Fields is a good player. You could see the vision as a runner, as a football player. But you're a quarterback. You got to throw the ball.
This is an interception. I didn't like how Quez hopped over him. Kick him, something, make him down.
I didn't even notice that. Thanks for pointing that out. He worried about himself. Defense is eating every single week too. Defense is eating they love it. As we sitting here, I just got the notification that we got 8 Pro Bowlers, the most from the whole NFL. So it's interesting to see who's on that list.
Boy, you know who's gonna be on that list.
There's 8 of them though. There's 8 birds on that list, and there'll probably be 10 by the end of it. But you know what? We don't plan on playing at anything Pro Bowl related because you know where they're gonna be at in January.
Big facts. That's a nice nomination.
We're not even trying to
Right.
think about the Pro Bowl.
They doing the flag football this
Yeah,
year.
they're doing the flag as a new year, like a new
Dime.
Dimes. Talk about
Hassan Reddick, man, he had a hell of a game this game, bro. I can't.
it. He's killing it.
I gotta mention him again. That boy came to play.
He's killing it for his family, for him, for his dreams, being from around there. It's just his story is amazing too. The 3 teams, like I heard y'all when I point that stat up. So at first it was 10 sacks. Now what is it? 12.
Woo-hoo.
He keeps breaking like his own little accolade.
That was the big one right here, boy. Your boy Boston Scott Cash.
Yeah. Yep. For that return, was a 58-yard return, right?
Yo, all of a sudden he's emerged as a great return person, man. He's Sproles in a living, and he's
Bro, I always said that. He reminds me of Sproles
Yeah,
from
he's
when he
Sproles
first
back.
got
He's
there, bro.
definitely Sproles back. Covey's good, but Covey's like
There's a horrible play call.
Yeah, that was a fumble to Miles. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? I mean that oh man, Miles is balling too, but that was a mistake because that's what put them back in it. Like they was about to start salting them away like a little bit right there, 2 possessions, and that put them right back in it.
It's that fumble, Hassan Reddick.
I got it.
Was that the one that Avante hit him?
Yep.
Yeah, Avante popped him, and then Reddick was right around the ball.
Look at them slants, boy.
It's crazy.
Eating.
Yo, slant and then catching more yards after them. I'm telling you. AJ's eating.
Diming.
You could tell AJ want to win big in Philly. Every single game he's showing out like it is a
That was
like,
4th down too. This is a drive right here, boy. Schmitty be balling.
man, he had 100 in the first half. He had like 103.
Got him.
Let's go. His hands.
I
Smitty's
underestimated
hands.
Smitty's deep threat skills too, because Smitty's actually the deep threat right now. Him and Quez, like.
Got him.
I appreciate how much Smitty has developed from the beginning of the season to now. He was getting passes and dropping them like it was going straight to his hands. Now everything that comes his way, he's catching it.
His hands right now, like the catch he caught on the Giants, 4th and 7. I saw that live. I recorded that. 4th and 7, man. He split the 2 defenders. It was crazy.
So I appreciate definitely Smitty's growth.
See, this is when they out here trying to. This is 4th quarter though, and he already went through the injury. Still doing it. That boy playing. I don't know what nobody talking about.
Yeah, he's injured. He got hit right there. He's injured.
No, he got injured early in the 3rd.
You know what I'm saying? While he's playing right here, he's injured. Like
supposedly throwing dimes.
They could be smoke screening the shit out of the Cowboys.
Another dime right there.
Making them prepare.
Yeah, let's get back to that one.
Oh my God, this is gonna be one of the throws of the year. Yo, AJ thought I didn't think AJ realized the defender was that close to other defender. I don't think he realized he was that close.
Dimed him.
Right there.
He kind of looked surprised when he got tackled. Yeah, look, like when he gets up, he thought he had an easy walk in, like you see, and then he's like, oh.
Yeah.
He didn't see 9. He thought it was just the guy that tackled him.
This play right here was so fire.
And he running.
Look at that right there.
2-point conversions. He's supposed to be hurt and all that. You know what I mean? Like, stop it.
They lined up. He said set. They shifted to the right. He just ran straight in.
Gotta do it.
Bad shoulder. He's doing sneaks and all that.
He's having fun. It was some fun football.
Yeah, real talk.
This game was fun.
This game was
a good game.
Worth watching. You know what I mean? And I had a new look for Chicago next year. They're gonna be pretty good. You know what I mean? If they can do something in the front office, get him some help, they're gonna be pretty decent. Because if you look at it, they got draft picks. They got rid of Quinn to us. Got rid of who's their middle linebacker? Got rid of him. Smith.
Russ Smith.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So they Smith, he went to Kansas City or something.
Yeah,
no, Baltimore.
He's good.
Baltimore. So they got some picks coming up. So you know what I mean? They're gonna do some, you know what I mean, damage if they GM know what they're doing. You know what I mean? So yeah, we went ahead and they didn't knock us off the stream, you know what I mean? So just cause we didn't stop it. So you know what I mean, they shouldn't be blocking us no more. We should be able to come back shortly.
Right now is showing us all that we're on.
All right, we should be good. You know what I mean? It's telling me stream unavailable, but you know what I mean? We should be able to come back since we stopped doing the filming. But my prediction, you know what I mean, this week, like I said, defense is gonna step up, you know what I mean, and win it for us this week, in my personal opinion, with keys to victories, you know what I mean, this week, in my personal opinion.
I'm about to put a bet on Dak for interception because Dak has been throwing one every single game. So why not? He's throwing picks at a high rate. You know, like you said, defense, they may take it personally. They may be like, yo.
That's just my personal opinion, you know what I mean? And they've been doing it, so why not even think that they wouldn't do it, you know what I mean, this week, you know what I mean? And go into the score predictions, you know what I mean, this week, we 3 with me,
2 and
Cass
2.
got 3,
Oh, I got 3.
and Jay got 2.
Okay.
Yeah, because it was 3-2-2, and then you just won this week, Cass, right?
I didn't even remember doing what against the Bears.
No,
No,
you
not
won
the
the
Bears,
other
the
one, the
follow-
Giants.
Oh yeah, you know what? Yeah, I gave you an extra week because you did. It's 3-2-2. Yeah, it's 3-2-2. I gave you an extra week because I'm saying that you done won 2 weeks in a row, and we didn't even do the last week. All right. So since you won the last week, you go ahead and go first, my guy, with your score prediction for this week.
This week, this one will be a good one. I feel like I'm gonna say
Yeah, we back on.
25-17. Us, obviously.
All right, then I'll go 27-20.
27. I'm gonna go 28. I'm gonna go 28, 24.
No. All right, for sure. And we looking at it where this is basically the last 2 weeks of getting our vote on, and then we'll go ahead and run it into the playoff. But we'll be at the playoff game. That's we're gonna we looking to buy tickets too as soon as they go on for sale. If we
Actually,
win this week.
they might be up soon. I think they're already up because I saw already. I'm getting the notifications. The prices, they're pretty fairly decent for what they are usually around this time. 2 and change.
I don't think the playoff tickets is actually for sale yet because they don't know if they're going to be first round or if it's going to be a second round, first round.
You know what they do? They do like the people who's there to do a pre-sale is like if they don't make it.
Oh, with the season ticket holders.
Yeah, the season ticket holder.
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
I'd rather just wait for the real tickets to open up because.
And if we win this week, then they'll go up for sale the following like a couple of days.
Definitely.
Because then they'll know when we'll play, not who we'll play, but we'll be playing at the link. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? With the and I believe that's the January 22nd game. You know what I mean? So we're gonna go out there pretty deep. You know what I mean? Me, the wifey, got a couple of homies from the town, everything. So y'all will link up with us there and everything.
Definitely.
So we'll be good to go. Even if y'all don't come, y'all to the game, y'all at least got to come and tailgate. You know what I mean? If y'all don't go.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
but
no,
I don't see.
we definitely going.
But I don't see why y'all not going to the game. I don't see why you wouldn't go to the game.
Shit. My birthday's the 30th, so that sounds like an excellent birthday present for myself.
Say less, my brother.
Say
less. We got it, and then y'all can be buying me a jersey too. Out there, you know what I mean? For
Not
these
yet.
fans right now.
Not yet. Not
I'm
yet.
just fucking around. So hey, so once again, man, we got what's y'all percentage? You know what I mean? That I said that I say 90% Jalen gonna play. What's your percentage, Cash?
Shit. I'm up there, like especially after looking at the replays right there. I'm up there in the high 90s, so I'm gonna say like 95, 98.
There it is. There, I'll put you at 95. What you say, Jay?
You know what? I said I was 50 yesterday. I said I was 60 this morning. I'm at 75, and I'll tell you why. Only reason why is there's gonna be a part of them that people is gonna be like, "Yo, sit him." But if he want to play, I want him to play. So I would hope he plays. That's what I want to say.
100. Oh, and then we got to go into Cash. Who's your player of the game?
I want to say my player of the game is gonna be Hassan Reddick. I hope that boy can show out.
Somebody gonna wreck the game. He's looking like our game record.
Okay, I can get away with saying defense, right?
Yeah. Well, you can use it.
I'm saying because that's a fantasy thing I can get away with. But if Hassan Reddick balls, then Cash, you win that. You know what I mean? Because I'm saying the defense as a whole. Yeah. Okay. You know what I mean? It's gonna be is the reason why we play. I'm gonna just put defense, especially because I don't know if they're gonna play him or not. So if they do play Jalen, it's gonna be Jalen just gonna be the motherfucking MVP. But I'm going defense right here.
I'll take Smitty. The only reason why is because they down on corners, man. They that's another thing too. Dallas is they only got Trayvon Diggs. They benched the other corner last week when he was getting torched. They don't really got who is gonna really guard these guys, man. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Who like this is it could get
it's gonna advance around. Quez gonna hit him over the top a couple of times.
Somebody's gonna get crazy because Quez may come up with a play. Somebody's gonna come up with a play. I think one of the you know what? it's gonna be one of the receivers. I would say Smitty, but Quez is the dark horse for definitely for the play of the game.
Yeah, because Pascal may not be playing this week.
Yeah, he got a.
And he big in the blocking game.
Yeah, Pascal, he's just a piece. You know, he's a good. He reminds me like of Mac Hollins, like when we had him. He's just like a guy that he's good though. He can play.
Scola just get extra PT. We just run 2 tight end sets.
Yep. I can't wait to see Goddard back in action. Goddard's going to demand attention. I mean, their defense is down too. They down corners. They down Van Der Esch. I mean, they're not looking too shabby themselves. So we're going to see where, this is the part
Miles
of the
Sanders
season.
will mess around there. I might need to change my pick to Miles Sanders. You know what I mean?
Miles is
he
balling
about to have a ball.
uncontrollably too. He is going
Real
crazy.
shit.
The running game is going. Kenny G what I like about Kenny G is he stayed ready. Kenny G stayed ready. You need Kenny G
That's
real
a
quick
fact.
for something. He's going to pull up. I just don't
Hey,
like.
and
when
y'all
he
don't
goes-
forget we got Sermon in the cut for that playoffs with that bigger back. You know what I mean? It's about to be a problem. You know what I mean? Especially with that first round bye going into Philly, and you're going and it's cold coming in there, boy. It's gonna have to be a double dose of running. We got 4 backs that we can keep in the game at all times. You know what I mean?
Forgot about him, to be
That's
truthfully
a fact.
honest with you. I know you're ready to unleash him. That's Marcel's secret weapon right there.
Boy, it's not just that. It's he's the biggest back we
He
got.
is.
You know what I'm
Physically,
saying?
physically.
Yeah, so that's what we're gonna need come playoff time. And then he's just learning the offense, next man up mentality. You know what I mean? We're gonna end up
Right.
having to take Covey off the playoff roster and let Boston Scott be able to back there running the kicks and everything
Let's
like that.
get it.
You know what I
Boston
mean?
Scott is
And we
another
got
one.
Greg Ward back, you know what I mean, on the practice squad.
That's
So
what's
he'll
up.
mess around and be on the punt return. So we'll be able to put Sermon in the backfield and put Scott, Boston Scott back at the punt return and kickoff return or something.
Let's
You know what I mean?
go.
And make it
I'll
happen.
be happy with that.
Tell Micah Parsons it's the team and it's hers. All right, tell him it's both of us. All right, tell
And
him-
Right.
y'all seeing that he missed his 3rd straight day of practice with a flu or whatever, so he's slithering his way up out of here too.
He's
And
trying
he
to
ain't
find a
trying
way
to
to
play,
get out.
trying to play a way to get his ass toasted up. You know what I mean? But there ain't no mercy. Ain't no mercy. Like, look what we did to him last
last
time
They're gonna- I'm
until
telling
Lane
you,
got hurt.
Lane Johnson and Mailata, bro. They're the bookends, bro. They're
Gonna be singing Christmas carols to him.
Bro, they're
laughing
gonna
at
be
him.
singing him, bro. They're gonna be lifting him up off the floor.
It's about to go down. He got a real problem in front of him right now.
He has
but-
a real problem. You know what's so funny? Mailata, I like it because Mailata, when they interviewed him, he's like, I don't give a F who they play or whatever. Tell him to worry about who they play and who they play.
Right.
And they
Exactly.
lost.
Jaguars. And when you overlook your opponent, I'm telling you, when you overlook your opponent, they thought they had that game won in the 3rd. But let me tell you something, Dougie P, that's why Philly's sending them cheesesteaks.
Mhm.
I think it was yesterday or today. Because, man, he helped Philly from afar. It's crazy how
Big facts.
Dougie P still up in the Eagles.
Yep.
Dougie P still up in the Eagles.
Big facts.
For them to not quit, because let me tell you something, Dallas is that team. Dallas does that even during the season. They win a couple games, they start celebrating like the job is over. They do it in games too. They're up in the game, they celebrating like the job is over. That's why they lost. They overlooked their opponent. They're looking forward to next week and not worried about what's in front of them.
That boy Trevor Lawrence was throwing some dimes. Like, yo,
Let me tell you something. He's another one. So you get him a couple more pieces. You saw what Dougie P did with Carson and with Nick Foles and the whole quarterback. Dougie P's a good quarterback's coach. He knows how to coach a quarterback,
Especially a young one
especially a young one.
that's willing to learn.
And let me tell you something. And we'll get back to us. That was Carson's problem. Carson couldn't take coaching. I just recently watched an interview with Darren Sproles. And Sproles was very hesitant to talk about Carson, but they asked him a real question. They said, "What was Carson's main problem in Philly? Like, what was?" He stood quiet for a second, but his response was, he just couldn't take coaching. Like, he needed to take coaching. Like, and that's
But
really
look where he's. I mean, I understand that, and you got to have some authority in your life to be able to even take coaching.
Absolutely.
And he didn't come from where he needed to. He was the next best thing in North Dakota. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He didn't come in no big school. He was getting pampered, winning championships there and stuff like that, bro. And then you get to the real world, and then you get a bit of criticism and don't know how to take it. You know what I mean? And that's why he about to be on his 4th team in 4 years.
And let me tell you something, Jalen's the opposite. That's another thing I like about Jalen. When Carson would get injured, Carson wouldn't talk to the media. Carson would hide. Carson would not want to speak to nobody after he's hurt, even if it's a minor deal. Jalen sat up there, reassured us, the fans, and like I still tell you, after his press, I'm like, yo, this dude's gonna play. I think, like, it's definitely looking upwards, like he's gonna play.
Big facts.
It's gonna
Nick
be
Foles
more
is starting next week.
decision, but he looks like he's about to play.
You said what, Cash?
Nick Foles supposed to start next week.
Oh yeah, I just seen
Yeah,
that too.
happy,
He might
man.
be
Very
on
happy.
his way out.
Deja vu.
Very
On
happy
his
for
way
Nick
out.
Foles, man, because he deserves that, man. He deserves. And you know what's so
Right.
funny? Because my wife, she's a Giants fan, so you know we went to the Giants and Eagles game together. We have this rivalry thing, but she has like a weird affection for Nick Foles, and we actually met him at an autograph sign. We have a picture with him and everything.
That's what's up.
And Nick, let me tell you something, because she just finds it unbelievable how he won the Super Bowl for us and how he got treated afterwards. And it's crazy. This guy's holding a clipboard, but he's a legend in Philly. Like, he deserves
First
to be
ever
somewhere.
Super Bowl.
Yeah, he deserves to be playing somewhere. I mean, the guy has it in him to play.
And that was something that Carson Wentz wasn't gonna never ever overshadow unless he got a Super Bowl in Philly and it wasn't looking good. That's why he was okay with being out. But shit, we running up on that hour time frame, man. Is there anything else y'all want to throw in the discussion before we get up out of here?
Nah, man, just ready for Dallas week, man. It's Dallas week.
Let's get it.
Let's get it. We gonna be ain't gonna be on until after Christmas. So I want to say happy holidays, Merry Christmas to you and y'all's family, my guys. You know what I mean, and make sure y'all be able to spend that time with the loved ones. And then we will be back on Wednesday after this Dallas L. You know what I mean. We put it on these cats, and it's gonna be a lovely Christmas, my brothers. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. That's gonna be the best Christmas present ever. First number, clinch the division. Get the bye and home court advantage. So yeah, I'm hype about this.
And I'll be able to go get my tickets instantly. You know what I mean? and them is the best one. I want to be able to get the best tickets possible, bro. You know what I mean? Closest possible. So first day they go on sale is the day I get them. You know what I mean? And we're gonna have to get like 4 or 5 of them. Me and the wifey and her beautician and her beautician son is a diehard Eagles fan out in the ATL. So he going with us. I took him. He went with us the last time when we played the Chargers out there. You know what I mean? And he went, and that was his first time in Philly. So we going back for the playoffs. So it's about to go big time. You know what I mean? So hey, appreciate y'all once again, my dude. And like I said, man, happy holidays to you and y'all's. And we'll check y'all out on Wednesday. Fly, Eagles, fly.
Fly, Eagles, fly. Happy holidays, everybody.
Until next time, and thanks a lot, everybody, for watching. Warren commented, Jess, Romy, amen. Shout out to y'all, and Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays to you and y'all's also. And we'll be back out here on Wednesday. Appreciate y'all. Until next time.